Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And today, we're going to be disrespecting 2200s. Now, I'm going to show you a game where I played it in a bullet arena tonight. Meanwhile, it is 12:45, and I played that around, I want to say 7 o'clock. And I beat a 2000, I beat a 2200, I beat a 1900, and I'm sitting at like 1600 bullet. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the game real fast where I beat a 2250. Alright, so this guy here, I think he was the first, they threw me up against him in the first game. So I was like, okay, thanks, that's just wonderful. So I go e4, and then he goes knight to c6. I go knight f3, just kind of going into the classic. I thought he was going to do this, go for the Scotch game. Automatically makes a mistake. I go for d4. Automatically, I'm having a pretty good position here in the opening. And he goes knight to a5, which is just horrible, to be honest. Should have seen it. Wow. Anyways, part of the whole disrespect act. So basically, I go bishop d2, threatening that knight, and he hangs his knight, so I just take it. Mind you, we're playing bullet. I have 53 seconds, and he has 39. So automatically, you'd think, oh, as long as you hold the time, you'll be okay, you'll win. And that's basically what happened. So he goes c6, and I just decided to sacrifice my bishop because I had a pretty good attack. Went check here with the knight, and then I was able to protect the knight, and I was going for some checkmate threats. So I went here, queen f3. He goes knight h6, and I go knight h3 because I was kind of thinking about, okay, I can't really go here anymore. So where could I? Maybe I could reroute, and he goes back in here. And then I just take. So he goes e6, and essentially the position is pretty much just immediately losing for him. I decided to start trading off pieces because of that. I go knight f4 check, defending the pawn while also checking the king. Now I can capture a hold of h5. Now I can start pushing my center pawns forward, castling, and think about getting the knight into the game. All of his pieces are on the back rank, which isn't good, and I have a banging position already. I was really happy because this guy's 2250, and I'm over here 1650. But we continue on. So essentially, he goes with a bishop check. I just move the pawn forward. And he goes here, which then I just take that. He takes. I go queen here because a lot of people would just go here, which then you have this problem. And, yeah, you can castle and everything's protected, but you end up losing a pawn. So you definitely want to bring the queen in. We trade. I go here, and I just castle. And I prepare to get it the h5 going. I had moved the knight out of the way for that. And then he goes king to g7. Still absolutely winning. I have about 2 seconds of time. Meanwhile, I was giving him the checks. This bishop was looking at my rook, so I had to move it. Potentially going for something like this. I need to think about. He goes rook a to e8. Pretty good move. Anticipating that. So I go here. He goes d5. I take. He takes. And then I push forward with the pawn, moving the bishop off of the diagonal onto a more passive square. He goes back, and then I start kind of just solidifying my pawn structure. He goes there, the bishop attacking. Now I can push forward. I decide to take. He takes, and then I take his rook. He takes my rook. And I start rerouting my knight, making sure everything is all dandy. Now I can start pushing for going for this pawn here. This looks crushing, so I'm pretty sure that's what I played. Yep. Now, knight's on a really good square, and then I can move my knight around too. I start thinking about ideas with the knight. He goes there. I push my pawn forward. Mind you, I have 13 seconds, and he has 7 seconds. Against a 2200, that's really good. Now, sometimes in chess, as you probably see on the right-hand side of the screen, you have to flag people. So basically what I did in this position, after about a few moves from now, I just started throwing my pieces at him because, quite literally, because I'm disrespectful. So essentially, I just started trading all my pieces, taking random things, even if it didn't mean anything. because in order for him to react, he has to do something about something that's unexpected. And with bullet, it's very much a game of expecting what the opponent is going to do before they move. That's why people pre-move all the time, like I do. So I usually do something very like, oh, give him a random check, like in this position. Oh, he wouldn't expect that. But if he has like maybe 2 seconds, he'd be like, what, take? And then all of a sudden, give him another check, and he doesn't know what to do. Oh, I'll take. And then by the time he thinks, he's lost out of all of his time. And yeah, at the end, his position may be bad, but you won on time. Now, finding a mate in this position is it takes longer than it does to throw off the king or throw off the player from knowing what you're going to play. So that's typically what I like to do. But that's basically what happens here. I start pushing pawns. I start putting my knight on a better square. He takes, and I go g5 check. And then I made a mistake here. He doesn't decide to take. He decides to go here. I make a mistake, gave him a pawn, he takes, and then I just start trading. As you can see, blunder, oh my goodness, what's going on? He has 1 second. He has 1 second. I have 7. So automatically I start, oh no, he has 0.2 seconds. And then I just start doing that, and automatically he just lost on time. So synopsis being, play faster. Gotta get better. I'll play it. But yeah, no, I'm starting the series now because I seem to be beating 2200s, 2100s, 2000s recently a lot. So I'm really glad I'm able to get up there and really play people. This guy was 2200. I have a game here where in the same bullet tournament I beat a 2000. And we'll go over that one too, just because. Got some tea here with Imperial Leaf. So, waiting for the analysis. So I'm pretty sure I flagged him at the end too. I was playing better than him. He was playing quite bad. Wait. Before we start this, I want to go through the game review of the other game here real fast, because at the end there, obviously I won, but I had a 1900 rated game, so that was pretty good. He had 1700, so he was doing not good at all. He hung a knight in the opening, so automatically he was playing on the back foot. So we'll go back over here now. So this game, I got 74.8 percent accuracy. Excuse me. And then, so the game starts with d4. I go d5. And he goes here, which I've seen this before, but I just go knight. He goes knight. I push forward with h6. He takes. I take. And then I start developing getting ready to develop my bishop. I bring my knight out afterwards. And then, yeah, overall, he had a pretty good opening overall. I had a slight advantage, so that was good for me. I start taking some of his pieces. I take his queen. Bring the bishop out. Castles, which is a mistake, but honestly, like, okay, you tell me why. Anyways, so basically he goes b4, and I start worrying about the problems here with the pawn coming in, because you can just take, and then overall doesn't look really good. He goes rook fc1, and why is this not working? I keep clicking the next move and it doesn't do it. I protect the not really protect. I more so am anticipating this problem here, so then I want to allow the rook trade to then have a better position, if you follow what I'm saying. And then he goes rook c2. I go b5. Now I start kind of clamping down the position. Now the only really move is knight e7, because you're going to lose your knight otherwise. I trade. I bring the bishop to rook to c8. He takes, I take. And then he plays a4, which is a blunder. I take the pawn, and now I can bring the bishop back, and I have this sort of hold right here on the right side of the board, where I can kind of take advantage of what I've got. He goes knight there. I bring the pawns forward. I'm surprised he didn't automatically try to take the bishop, but it was okay, honestly. But I start pushing my pawns forward, anticipating his king coming into the center. I start moving forward. I take, he takes, I take again, he takes, and then I bring this forward because why not? And honestly, this position is crushing. I do have 6 seconds less than him, so I do have to really make sure that I'm doing what I'm doing. Well, doing something that's important, not wasting time. So I start going forward with the king. Just as you see, I trade. Basically, now I'm completely crushing. Now I push this forward, and then I go for the check again. I started trying to figure out how I can reroute the knight, and then I eventually got around to it. And then slowly but surely went to go promote the pawn, and I ended up winning. Which I could have traded, but I was playing fast so that he would lose. I wasn't really worrying too much about the bishop there. And I hung my queen on purpose so that he would take, but I ended up winning on time, of course. And that's kind of how Bullet is, honestly. You know, it's a bit of playing good and also playing really fast. As you can see here, I have 6 seconds against a 2000. So it's really about timing, because I hung my queen. It still would have been a win anyways, but doesn't matter. And then I have a couple other games. Like earlier, I was gonna put this one on a video, but I beat a 2000 in rapid with a 80 something% accuracy plus. So I'll probably do that for another video, but I appreciate y'all joining. I'm going to go ahead and probably film another video for tomorrow, and then we'll get some content rolling out for the night. But I actually did really well in that tournament, and I got top 10. I'm pretty sure I got, my score was 10 out of 13 or something like that. I had like 3 losses, 10 wins, like just absolutely crushed. I jumped up like 100 rating, like just easy. So pretty happy about that. But I appreciate you guys joining, and I'm going to go ahead and start editing this video and getting it out to you guys. Keep playing chess, and I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. And this is going to be a new series, by the way. We're going to do Disrespecting 2000s. Appreciate you. You guys have a great night, and